Here's a video on how to complete a maintenance record when an item fails an inspection. We'll also show you how to attach a vendor record. So in this case, this is annual vibration and oil analysis for compressor number 1. The vibration and oil analysis is done by an outside vendor, and they give us a report. Per our instructions, we have to create corrective actions if there's any identified deficiencies, and we need to scan and attach that vibration and oil analysis report. So let's look at the report. We see from this report here, the result was that we had high metal count, iron and copper, and high contaminants count. So we need to note this problem. And there was a recommendation to clean the oil filter and check the oil sample within 6 months. So let's enter that into Momentum. The first thing that we're going to do is note the problems and the recommendations that they gave us here. And we can do that by putting in the information into the comments box. We're going to note that the result was the inspection failed, and we did complete the inspection. We want to make sure that we attach this vendor analysis report. So we're going to click the attachment button and attach that report there. But we do have further corrective action required. We need to clean the oil filter, and we need to recheck in 6 months. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is reset our next maintenance date. So you can see here it was done October 12th of 19. Normally it's an annual, and it's scheduled for October 12th of 2020. But we need to do this in 6 months, so we're going to have to choose April of 2020. So we're going to back this up 6 months and put in April 12th, and that happens to fall on a Sunday, so you may want to do it on a Monday. Okay, further corrective action is required. We have to clean the oil filter, and we want to make sure that we get that done. So we click on the further corrective action required button, and we click create corrective action. And what that does is opens up an action item form, and we need to type in the action here on our compressor. All we have to do is put in the title. If you want to put in details, you can. And we're going to create a due date. So we need to get that done, let's say, by the end of next week. And we're going to assign that to the action item, either an individual or a group. And the priority and the action type is going to be maintenance, and the source was a maintenance action. Okay, if you wanted to attach that form, you could here, but that's not necessary. So we click submit, and we route this action item to assignment. So once we've got that action item assigned, we can go ahead and close this work order, and you can see here we have a permanent link to our corrective action. So we're going to go ahead and click submit and route so that our maintenance work order is completed. So once the maintenance work order is completed, we still have an open action. We won't forget that. We can close the work order. Go back to our home screen, and on our action item list, or whoever's action was assigned to it, we now have an action item that will remind us to clean that oil filter. And we'll get email reminders for that. Once you click on clean the oil filter and complete that action item, we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's just say they changed the oil filter, and they're really good and did it today. So once they complete that action, it is completed. Close the action. Once you've completed the action item associated with that maintenance record, you can go back to your home screen, click on the Mechanical Integrity application, click on the list of completed maintenance items, and you can sort by date performed, either ascending or descending. In this case, we'll sort by descending, and that'll bring it to the top. And here we see that vibration and oil analysis. The result was it had failed. We did complete the inspection. And we open up that action item, and you can see here that the maintenance record has been closed and completed, but you have a status here showing completed for the associated action item that was generated from this. And at any time, if you want to click on this link, it'll bring up a permanent record of that completed action item. All of these screens have a PDF button here, and if you want to PDF a record, print a hard copy of this, you can click that PDF button, and it'll open up generate a record that shows the actions taken, all of the history when it was completed and things of that nature, so you can print a hard copy record if you need that. But typically we'll just keep these things electronically.